Madonna isn't shy about blowing some serious cash, but let's talk about what might be her wildest splurge yet. A 1938 Picasso painting, Buste de Femme à la Franche. How much for this little piece of history? A chill $5.6 million. Yup, $5.6 million for something she could hang above the couch. Forget retirement plan, she's got one on her wall. And that's just one part of her $100 million art collection, which makes the Louvre look like a garage sale. I mean, when your walls are worth more than most people's lifetime earnings, it's probably a good idea to stay home more often. The collection includes other pieces from artists like Fernand Léger, Frida Kahlo, and Diego Rivera. But art is just the beginning. Ever heard of spending $10,000 a month on water? Yes, water. Madonna does, and it's not even some rare glacier water, it's Kabbalah water. Holy water for the ultra rich, I guess. A bottle costs about $5, which makes you wonder how much Madonna's got to hydrate to rack up a bill like that every month. So how did Madonna make all the money to make these crazy purchases? Well, Madonna's $850 million net worth didn't magically appear in her bank account one day. This level of wealth takes some serious hustle, and the truth is that Madonna's been hustling since the 80s. First, there's the music. With over 300 million records sold worldwide, she's one of the best-selling artists of all time. Albums like a Virgin, True Blue, and Ray of Light didn't just top the charts, they printed money. Tours? She practically invented the mega tour. Her Sticky and Sweet tour alone grossed over $400 million, and that's just one of her record-breaking global jaunts. Then there's her acting career. Sure, some roles were better received than others, swept away, but she still raked in some decent checks from flicks like Evita, which won her a Golden Globe.
And the winner is Madonna Evita.
I have been so incredibly blessed this past year, and I have much to be.
So even when the critics weren't loving her performances, the cash still rolled in. Let's not forget her business ventures, because Madonna knows how to diversify her portfolio. She's launched everything from perfumes to fashion lines to health and fitness clubs. Basically, if it can be branded, you could probably say that Madonna has sold it at some point. And of course, she's got real estate. Madonna's not just collecting homes, she's building an empire in every city. When she tied the knot with Sean Penn, the couple drove straight into the New York real estate game. They grabbed a spot in the Grand Harperley Hall near Central Park. After the divorce, Madonna kept the place and said, why stop at one when you can have three? She bought 2 more units and smushed them into one massive 6-bedroom duplex. Designed by her brother, Christopher, this place was so perfect that even she admitted she couldn't find anyone with better taste than her sibling. In 2012, she listed the duplex for $23.5 million, because why keep old memories when you can sell them for millions? Next, she decided that New York wasn't warm enough and had her eyes set on Miami, where she picked up a 9-bedroom Mediterranean revival estate for $4.9 million. It had a private dock, sweeping views of Biscayne Bay, and probably enough palm trees to start her own coconut business. By 2000, she sold it for $7.5 million, proving that being a pop star also makes you a killer real estate flipper. But we can't talk about Madonna without mentioning the Guy Ritchie era. When Madonna and Guy got together, they bunked up in a cozy 2-bedroom flat in South Kensington, London. It was cute and all, but then they got married and obviously needed something bigger. The flat was sold off in 2003, leaving behind only memories and probably a secret passage for escaping paparazzi. In true British style, Madonna and Guy upgraded to Ashcombe Home, a historic mansion in Wiltshire. At £9 million, or around $12.23 million, the place was no joke. This 1700s mansion was once the hangout of artistic legends like Salvador Dali, and Madonna admitted that she and Guy were enchanted by it. Too bad the magic faded, because Guy ended up keeping it after the 2008 divorce. Madonna left, but the house stayed Ritchie's forever. On the other side of the pond, Madonna decided Beverly Hills needed a bit of her flair. She picked up a sprawling French country-style estate for $12 million. With 8 bedrooms, a 60-foot pool, and 2 guest houses, it was basically the perfect pop star paradise. She cashed out in 2013, selling it for $19.5 million, because even Madonna knows that French country charm never goes out of style, especially when it's located in California. Apparently, 5 properties in London weren't enough, so Madonna bought her 6th, an $8.07 million townhouse from developer Paul Davies. She must have liked it because she still owns it to this day. New York came calling again, and Madonna answered by dropping $40 million on a mega mansion on the Upper East Side. With 13 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, 9 fireplaces, an elevator, and a 3,000 square foot garden, it's basically Central Park with walls. Oh, and there's a wine cellar, because of course there is. After the 2016 US elections, Madonna decided it was time to mix things up. She bought a 4-bedroom mansion outside Lisbon for $8.9 million and became a full European aristocrat. The lush, Moorish estate has been her family's pandemic hideout, but don't be surprised if she turns into a vineyard or something equally fabulous. In 2021, Madonna showed that she's still in her real estate grind, buying a $19.3 million Hidden Hills mansion from The Weeknd. The modern farmhouse, because rustic chic is always a win, has 7 bedrooms, a basketball court, and a theater, because who doesn't want to shoot hoops and then binge watch their own music videos? Of course, no celebrity mansion is complete without a garage filled with expensive toys. Madonna's lineup includes everything from a Dodge Challenger to a Cadillac. Starting off strong, we have the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. Madonna's version of this beast is all black. No upgrades, no glitter, no frills, just pure uncut American horsepower, baby. There's even a photo of her casually sitting by the wheel, looking like she's about to star in a Fast and the Furious spinoff. With a price tag of $80,000, it's the kind of car that could leave your head spinning. Not just because of the power, but because it hits 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds. Now, if the Hellcat is for showing off at stoplights, the Cadillac Escalade ESV is for those days when you need to haul the whole crew and still look like $1 million. The 2022 model she owns costs a casual $111,000, and it's got room for like 8 people. With a 6.2-liter V8 engine pushing out 420 horsepower, this SUV might just be able to tow a yacht. It also hits 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, which is impressive for something that's almost the size of a small apartment. Moving on to a bit of British elegance, we have the Jaguar XJ L Portfolio all-wheel drive. This car is the real definition of class and sophistication. With a price tag of $120,000, the supercharged V6 engine delivers 340 horsepower, and the car is long enough that you could probably nap in the back seat if you get stuck in traffic. And then we have the Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG, because, of course, Madonna needs a G-Wagon. It's the unofficial car of the rich and famous, coming in at $156,000. This SUV is a beast on wheels, tough enough to handle off-road adventures and luxurious enough to glide through city streets. With a 4-liter twin-turbo V6 engine and 577 horsepower, this car could probably plow the paparazzi if it needed to, and do it in style. Next up is the Mercedes Maybach S550. This car is basically a private jet that decided to become a sedan. Madonna's Maybach comes with no customizations, because honestly, what more could you add to a car that already has reclining seats and massage features? For $170,000, the S550 makes sure every ride is a 5-star experience. Of course, no collection would be complete without a Range Rover SV autobiography. For $220,000, Madonna gets to sit back and enjoy the quiet power of a V6 engine while the world rushes by. And with 557 horsepower, that means she's never late. But let's be real, time bends to Madonna's will. Who's gonna start the party without her? And finally, we arrive at the Maybach 62S, the crown jewel of Madonna's collection. This car costs a staggering $1.4 million. And if you thought the S550 was luxurious, buckle up. The 62S has more features than some people have furniture in their homes. With a twin-turbo V12 engine and 604 horsepower, it's like a Rolls-Royce and a rocket ship had a baby. It's the kind of car that turns heads, stops traffic, and possibly starts conversations about economic inequality. But hey, when you're Madonna, why drive anything less? Here's the thing though, when you're rich, you can afford to have some seriously expensive habits. For Madonna, one of those happens to be her love of horses. And not just any horses, no. She's the proud owner of 2 Andalusian thoroughbreds, each worth $200,000. And it's not just about owning these majestic creatures. Her horses live better than a lot of people. Oh, they're nestled in the Hamptons, dripping in luxurious stables, basically the equestrian version of a 5-star spa retreat. These horses are living their best lives, trust me. And speaking of expensive habits, Madonna's got another one that might surprise you: wine. Yup, she's amassed a $2 million wine collection. with bottles so rare and vintage that cracking one open probably feels like a crime against history. But here's the thing though, her love for wine is probably in her DNA. Turns out her parents ran a winery, so Madonna likely grew up swirling and sniffing wine glasses before she even learned to walk.
Without water, wash your face. It's pretty self-explanatory, but you're gonna love it. So now we've washed my face, and my skin is like a virgin.
One thing that never fails to baffle us, besides how Madonna's managed to reign as the queen of pop for decades, is how Madonna stays so youthful as she approaches 70. At 66, Madonna looks like she's figured out how to pause time. And the secret behind that is called $500,000 worth of cosmetic procedures. Yup, $500,000 to look like she's been sipping from some elixir of eternal youth. Word on the street, or more accurately in the clinics, is that she's a fan of hyaluronic acid fillers, which can cost a cool $12,000. You think that's enough to stop there? But no. There's also talk of fat grafting, nose reshaping, and even eyelid surgery to keep that flawless look. And let's not forget the granddaddy of them all, the $150,000 facelift. For that price, you better be able to rewind your age like an old VHS tape. So, with the best doctors on speed dial and enough cosmetic tricks up her sleeve to keep us guessing, it's no wonder Madonna still looks like she's ready to star in her next world tour. And we finally discovered the secret to eternal youth. It's quite simple. Have a bottomless wallet and be willing to try anything.